UFO cases are hard to come by, and the ones that are even somewhat authentic are even harder to come by. But this one case from earlier this year has caught the imagination of many UFO enthusiasts. This is the UFO sighting of Yellowknife. A crew member from a Canadian North flight going from Fort McMurray to Yellowknife reported seeing two white dots moving around in the sky to the air traffic control in Yellowknife. The crew member asked the air traffic control person if he saw two planes doing maneuvers or circuits around their plane on their radar, but the air traffic control person responded negatively. The crew member reaffirmed that he's definitely seeing two objects doing circles or maneuvers above their plane, but the air traffic control person insisted that he sees nothing on his radar and there can't possibly be something above them. The air traffic control person then referred this to his area control center, which also have their own radar which shows the flying objects around the area, but they couldn't see anything on their radar either. The flying control person even decided to look out of his window where he could see the plane, but he couldn't see the two objects that were doing the maneuver. However, the people in the plane can definitely see those objects. The plane crew reaffirmed the traffic control that these objects were not a threat to them. And as the flight got closer to the traffic control, those guys can now see the plane as well as the two objects, which reaffirms the claim that were made by the crew members. The ground staff decided to file a CIR VIS report, which stands for Communication Instructions for Reporting Vital Intelligence Sightings. This is done when the ground staff sees something in the sky that they can't explain themselves. This is also a good move because unidentified flying objects is one of the vital intelligence sightings in the CIR VIS reports. A Transport Canada representative said that they're going to be investigating 4 options. It's either a meteor, a rocket, a weather balloon, or an actual UFO. The Transport Department still hasn't reached the conclusion of their investigation, but they're refusing to share any details with the media. And the expectation is that it's going to be brushed away, as is the case with most UFO investigations. For one, it being a UFO investigation which isn't taken seriously anyways. And 2, because these objects were never a threat to the plane, and only threats are gonna be investigated thoroughly. If they were never a threat, they're not gonna investigate it properly, and it has happened so many times that people don't even expect a thorough investigation anymore. According to Ian Boyd, who is a professor of aerospace engineering at University of Colorado, he thinks that the most weird thing about these lights was their circular motion. But he still believes that it could just be people messing around with lasers and not an actual UFO. I personally don't really buy the laser argument because usually when you point a laser in the sky, it has to actually hit something for it to look like an object. Otherwise, it's just a ray of light going up in the space. So if the plane is seeing objects above it, there has to be something above it for the ray to hit and for it to be seen as an object. So that's the reason why I don't buy the laser argument. But obviously, the person who made the laser argument was an expert, and I'm not an expert, but that's just my own personal opinion. I don't know what it is, I can't explain, but this is definitely an argument that I don't buy. Even if you take the other objects into consideration that they predicted it to be initially, that were a meteor, a rocket, or a weather balloon, none of those move in a circular motion that these lights were moving, which is again not explaining anything. So literally the only explanation at hand at the moment is that it was an unidentified flying object. And with that, we reached the end of the video, guys. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. Also comment what you guys think it is. Do you think it's a UFO like I do, or is it something else altogether and you have a separate explanation? You can also send me those explanations and other cases you want covered in the email that I'm going to be putting in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.